is singing at the party. Everyone is dancing, happy party. But Ramses is not dancing, he does not dance at the party.
What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another album review. I'm your boy, Nissim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, what I'm going to need you to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. And what I have prepared for you today is a record that I didn't expect to come out with a full review, but it is definitely an emergency, as it was well needed. That is going to the newest Sampha record, Lahai. Ladies and gentlemen, we are yet again treated to the very rare appearance from UK R&B singer, songwriter, producer, musician Sampha after a long 6-year wait since the last release of his LP back in 2017, Process. Now at this point in time, we've already been a little bit familiar with Sampha at this point, him coming back out since 2011 with multiple collabs, beginning with his appearance with some Tracks record, following later on with some Drake, even Solange. This thus leading to Sampha proving his talents with this phenomenal debut record, which was a good and a bad thing. It was good because this shit is just highly flavorful. I mean, even just mentioning how well it aged is just a major blue ball because of, in fact, this 6-year long wait was to follow and it wasn't expected. So with that alone, just imagine all the expectations fans are putting onto Sampha's shoulders during this wait period. But alas, the winter has come and its name is Lahai. And listen, if you're thinking about writing in the comment section that I'm mispronouncing this shit, 14 tracks, 41 minutes clean, and damn do I say this shit delivered. This has to be easily one of the most versatile, electrifying projects in all of 2023. Nearly seconds deep into this thing, dazzled with quickly stricken piano keys and percussions gliding us into this ballroom of elegance. This is just a stepping stone for the following track that was the first single, Spirit 2.0. Just continuing on with this spiraling sensation of synth patches along with soft heavenly harmony ad-libs that just beautifully complement the melodics on the song. The song goes through reflecting on connections through life events and realities when seeking help, which does carry on with other concepts that follow with the lyricism in this record, as it really does just mostly focus on a lot of things that kind of pertain to growth, with my excitement continuing on with the riveting rhythm keys on the track Dancing Circles. So if you really want to talk about the raw talent displayed at its finest, this would probably be the track that I put at the front line. But I mean, come on, the entire progression is just a living, breathing marvel, a cascade of beautiful piano playing and colorful vocal samples strategically placed as immense transition points, which it seems like for most feel like they get kind of like a haunting style from this, but from my experience, I just want to bounce. It really does become interesting whenever we see Sampha enter these new personas that embody a whole other emotion while still mostly utilizing that same style of choice. We're naturally always feeling like we're getting deeper into this R&B feel, but it's always changing styles on here. We're getting like some of like that club R&B, something personal and deep down and empathetic, sometimes psychedelic. We have great moments on here that paint this picture of a setting of you floating in the middle of space and time, a moment of collective thought. Stuff like this becomes a lot more noticeable at the end of certain tracks like Suspended into Satellite Business, that we start to actually a moment in orbit. When encompassing ambience treated by ARP synths and organic symphonies, this really does just knock it out of the park. It continuously feels like I'm falling deeper and deeper into the softest pillow in the universe. A specific canon moment on the record that I feel like is significant to mention comes from the track Jonathan L. Seagull, which is a fable written by Richard Bach. This specific track references a memory from Sampha of his older brother reading him this book to him as a child. Sampha has mentioned that the story in this fable doesn't necessarily align fully with Sampha's perspective, but it does somewhat influence the ideas onto the album. Some that are conscious about the ideas and some that are not. Whether it's the balladry of a reconnecting relationship on the track Inclination, Compass, Tenderness, all the way to extended to notions of self-discovery and love on the track Only. Also including sentimental tracks like Evidence that are completely dedicated to his daughter, including these falsettos that hit you harder than a school bus. Or if you're Latino, your grandmother with a chancla. Don't fuck around with that shit. Not to mention, each time Sampha references any growth going on into the album, it has been going on excellently displaying with so much sympathy. It always keeps consistent too with the way he wants to go about with the piano playing and overall keys that are used onto these tracks. Whether they're embellished with certain electronics on here or certain other FX noises on here, it really does just add so much textures. It's important to note that Sampha did include one and only one feature on here that comes from Leia Sin, which I feel like is a very odd choice, but it works out so well because of the beautiful chemistry with it, so it's a damn good one. But in the simplest form, this record is just a collection of wonderful choices. The delicacy, the empathy, the finish on these tracks are just so pristine in terms of mixing, sound selection, and idea making. More plays that I gave to this record just made it more certain that I couldn't let a record like this go out with not having a full review. I truly mean that this is a record that is just so worthy of being considered to be on so many people's top 10s, probably their top record of the year, as it really does pay off because of all that time waited. And I feel that is just enough said. So I'm gonna give Sampha's Lahai a 93%. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go to like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of this record. And be sure to check the description for all my separate tracklist ratings for the album, more videos, and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep with me on the daily. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.
Madness, sitting by traffic outside in London.